Hi everybody, and welcome to Healthy Bites. Healthy Bites is a collaboration between Nevada County Public Health and Nevada County Media. My name is Shauna Schultz and I will be your host. I am a registered dietitian and nutrition educator with the CalFresh Healthy Living program. And CalFresh Healthy Living provides nutrition education and physical activity education in the community in Nevada County. And I'm really excited today to be able to show you a recipe that is tasty, it's healthy, and it's budget friendly, also family friendly as well. So in today's episode, we will be making some fresh spring rolls with a peanut butter dipping sauce. And I thought this would be a fun recipe to show because we're back in the swing of things with school being back well in session by now, and so this is something that can be used as a snack, it can be used as lunch, or it can be used as like an interactive dinner time activity. This recipe can be found on eatfresh.org, and of course this video is on the YouTube channel for Nevada County Media, and it will also be on the Nevada County Public Health YouTube channel. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll begin by getting everything ready for our spring rolls, and these will be veggie spring rolls with a variety of fresh ingredients for the filling. So I have some of them prepped already, and we're going to mix some of them together in a bowl so that they're mixed together and we can add them to our spring roll when we start to assemble and roll them. So on this plate here, I have some cucumbers, and the cucumbers have been just cut into little like matchstick sizes. I have some tofu, also cut into smaller slices. And the tofu, I just tossed it in a little bit of chili sesame oil, but you could use any kind of oil, and a little bit of tamari. And then I baked it at 400 for about 10 minutes. I like to do this because it gives it some more flavor rather than just using plain tofu. You can buy extra firm tofu and press it if you need to, and that helps get the water out so that you absorb more flavor into your dish. I also have some sliced mango and some grated carrots, and then we'll be adding some fresh herbs as well, and a little bit of a soft leaf lettuce. I have some butter lettuce here. So in our bowl, we'll mix together some ingredients, and we're going to take the cucumbers, get them into this bowl here. We'll also put our grated carrots into here, and then we'll add some fresh herbs. Now you could add a variety of herbs. Today I brought cilantro and I brought mint. But you could use a basil or a Thai basil, and that would be amazing. So we'll just get maybe like a couple tablespoons of cilantro into our mixture here. And I'm just going to use some kitchen scissors just to kind of cut the cilantro in. With the cilantro, you can use the stems. They're not real bitter or anything like that. So there's no need to take the time to pick all the little leaves off, which helps save time in the kitchen. And there's no really right or wrong ratio for this mixture here. You'll just use what you can for your spring rolls, and then maybe you'll have some left over. You could throw it into a salad. All right, so let's get some mint in here. The mint adds a nice, vibrant, fresh flavor. And for the mint, I am just going to use the stems. So we'll pick some of these leaves off here. Now these spring rolls are something that maybe you've had before if you eat Thai food or Vietnamese food. I love them. They're one of my favorite things to order when we get Thai takeout or we head to a Vietnamese restaurant. Okay, so we'll take our mint here and we'll just kind of slice or cut some of these mint leaves in. It smells amazing I love the way mint smells. Just smelling it makes your dish taste better, I think. All right, so one little last batch here. All right, and then we'll just give it a little stir. So we have some pretty green and some pretty orange. This is a great way to sneak vegetables into your snack if you're having this as a snack, especially for kids who might not always reach for vegetables as part of their snack. All right, so we have our mixture here. I'm just gonna set this aside while we work on something else. All right, I wanted to show you just real quick how to easily slice a mango. Sometimes mangoes are intimidating for people. They might really like them, but they see them and it's like, wow, how do I cut this thing? So I just sliced around the pit. There's a big pit in the middle of the mango. And so what we have here is just a slice. And so you can take a knife and you can just slice down to the skin, but not through the skin. And I made these a little smaller, so I also cut them in half horizontally. And then you can just fold the skin out like so. And then it's easy just to take a knife or even a spoon would work, and you can just slice them off like so. You can further slice them if you want them to be thinner. They look pretty good. And here we have our little mango slices. I would slice these down a little more, but I already have some that are sliced, so we'll just set these aside for now. All right, so now we are ready to assemble our spring rolls, and this is where the fun begins. Kids love to do this. They have a lot of fun just using the rice papers and putting their fillings in, and it makes it kind of customizable, because if you're doing this as a family or just as an activity with kids, they can put what they want into their spring roll, which makes it a little more exciting and gives them ownership. All right, so let's bring our rice papers over here. So I have some small rice papers. They also come in a bigger size. So this is more like the size of a corn tortilla, but they also come in the size of like a bigger flour tortilla. So you can use whichever. You can also find brown rice papers. And so that has whole grain in it, which is a nice option. But this is what we found at the store, so it's what we'll be using. And we need to get them soft so that they're pliable and we can fold them. So all we do is we just place the rice paper into a shallow dish of water, and we'll just give it a flip. It doesn't take long. The water can be cold. It doesn't need to be warm. It really starts to soften up. You just don't want to leave it in there too long, because if you do, these will easily disintegrate. All right, so just give it a few more flips here. And you can see it's kind of more translucent now. So I'm just going to lay it here on the cutting board, and we're going to start to assemble. It's nice to have a base. So I have these little butter lettuce leaves, and I'm going to place that on the rice paper first, and then we'll start to add some of our filling. So we'll take our mixture and maybe just add just like a little spoonful. The key is to not overfill, something that I'm not always very good at. So I'm trying really hard today not to overfill. So we'll just put just a little sprinkle in there, but let's get a few more herbs in there. All right. And then we can add a little slice of tofu. And I'm actually going to break this in half. I think it'll make it easier when we fold it. So we'll do 2 slices of tofu side by side, and then we'll take some slices of mango and add them. And now it's time to fold it up. And really we're just folding it like a burrito. So we'll fold up first. It's a little slippery, so you got to keep a hold of it. We'll fold in our side. We'll fold in our other side. And then we're going to just roll. Squeeze it together as we roll. So this might be a little tiny bit overfilled, but it's still going to taste great. So I'm just going to set that aside. And then I think let's go ahead and let's do one more. And this time I'm going to not use the lettuce. And let's see if it's a little easier to fold up. So we'll take another one here. I know that I never make them as beautiful as they turn out when you get them at a restaurant. But what I can tell you is that they still taste very, very delicious. And get a little plate out here so we have somewhere to put our finished product. Right, so there we go. All right, we'll give this a couple more flips. All right, maybe a little bit more. Now you can also play around with the ingredients that you want to add. There's really no right or wrong thing here. You could use shrimp or chicken. You could add bean sprouts. You could add red bell pepper. The sky is the limit. All right, so let's experiment now, and we'll just add a little bit of filling here. Let's slice this tofu in half. We'll add that. Now, if you can find the larger wrappers, they are a lot easier to work with, just as a tip. All right. So, I like it because you can see all the beautiful colors inside. I've got a lot of colors of the rainbow in here. All right. Okay. Put that little finished product over there. Maybe not the most beautiful wrapping job, but I think it's going to taste wonderful. Okay, so let's set these aside. I'm going to slice a lime real quick so that we have some lime to serve it with. It's nice to just have a nice little squeeze of lime. Gives it some more brightness. Let's do this one in half one more time. All right. We'll add those to our plate. All right, and now we'll get started on the peanut butter sauce, which I think is essential for a spring roll. Sweet chili sauce is good too, but peanut butter sauce is amazing. All right, so I'm going to add in about 1/2 cup of water. It just helps to thin the peanut butter a little bit. And I have this on about a medium heat. All right, that's about 1/2 cup. I'll set that aside in case we need more. All right, peanut butter is next. I have a cup of creamy peanut butter here. This was fresh ground peanut butter, so it's unsalted, but you could use any kind of peanut butter that you have on hand or that you like. That would be fine. If you are allergic to peanuts or have somebody who's allergic, you could sub with an almond butter. I've actually made it with cashew butter before as well, and that was quite delicious. All right, about 2 tablespoons of tamari. And a little bit of sweetness. This is about 2 tablespoons of agave. You could use regular sugar, maple syrup, honey, anything would be fine. We'll add a little bit of spice, maybe about a teaspoon here of sriracha. You could omit that if you're not a spicy person. All right, and then this is ginger puree. You could use fresh ginger also, but sometimes it's nice to have a time-saving option like this pureed ginger, and you just find it in a jar wherever the Asian food section is. All right, and then we'll add some lime juice. You can give your lime a quick roll just so you get more juice out of it. Kind of helps break apart the cell walls. And it's really effective for getting more juice out of your citrus. So we'll press our lime in there. And I do the whole lime. You could also use rice vinegar. You just want a little bit of acidity is what you're looking for. All right. And then last but not least, we'll add some garlic. So to get our skins off, we can just give the garlic a nice little bam, and the skins come off a lot easier that way. They kind of slide right off. You could mince this garlic, but I'm going to put it through a garlic press, just so that it's nice and kind of a little more pasty, blends into the sauce really well. You can just press this right over. Wow, that's kind of hard. I'm gonna really have to use my muscles here, which is fine. I'm actually gonna take this garlic and I'm gonna chop it down a little bit. And sometimes when you use a press, you don't get that much out of there. But we have a backup option. We'll just mince it real quick and we'll add a little bit more. Give it a quick chop this way. Oh, everything smells so delicious. All right. Just add just a little bit more there. All right, and that's heating up nice. So we'll just give it a good whisk. We really just want it to be nice and creamy. That's what we're looking for. And as peanut butter sits, so like especially once it cools, it does tend to thicken up a bit. So if you store it and you go to reuse it, you can just add water just to your desired consistency, however you like it. It smells amazing. When you put ginger and garlic in there, oh, so yummy. And ginger and garlic are both very health promoting, very anti-inflammatory. So aside from adding flavor, they do have a lot of health benefits, which is nice. And you do get a little bit of protein from the peanut butter. This will make quite a bit. So you can use leftovers to dress a salad or to put over noodles. I think it's pretty good on lots of different things. All right. So that looks lovely. Just gonna take our pan here and I'm gonna pour some into this dish. Voila. All right. And here we have our finished product. So I like to serve with peanut butter sauce, but you could easily serve with a sweet chili sauce or just dress with fresh lime juice, and that would be amazing also. But this is our finished product, and I hope that you're able to try this recipe at home. The recipe for the peanut sauce and spring rolls are both on eatfresh.org and of course on this video as well. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.